WikiTree.
Hi, everybody.
We have a whole bunch of people in the chat already. We have
the chat.
Tommy, Chris, Karen, Mindy, Amy, Isabel.
Wow.
We have Natalie here in person.
Natalie's in the house.
Wait, that way. Hi, Nat. It's backwards from what it looks like on the screen.
Karen Storkel. I have not seen you here before. Because you said it's your first WikiTree LiveCast, so that's awesome.
Welcome.
Hi, Karen.
So just to forewarn everybody, I am at work, so you might see me go mute if I have a guest walk in. So just to forewarn everybody.
If that happens, we're going to wait in awkward silence till you come back.
Yeah, I'll put on my mask, and then I'll go silent.
Make sure it's over your nose.
Yes, over the nose. Makes me a little bit claustrophobic, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Isabel likes your plates, Natalie.
Nice plates.
That's a very colonial Massachusetts kind of look.
They're all from Marshall's for like $1 and $2.
Awesome.
Well, you did good. They look great.
Thank you.
Live from the lobby.
So we get background music because Sarah's in the lobby.
Sarah's in the lobby. Our soundtrack for the night.
So it is the Wednesday recap June monthly.
Wow.
Stuff. Live
Wait a minute. We have a first-time viewer. Hi, Danita.
Oh, another one. Danita Jones.
A second one. Karen was the first. Was the other one?
Karen was the first one. Danita Joy Moynihan.
It sounds good.
We have Steve Bachelor.
Bachelor.
Have you? I don't recognize. Are you new to us too, Steve?
We're probably related. I have bachelors. They're all related.
Oh, Danita's in. Oh wait, Mindy's in Kentucky. Duh. Sorry, Mindy has no idea you were in Kentucky. I thought you were. I don't know where I thought you were. I thought you were in Florida.
I'm in Florida.
I know you're in Florida.
I also think I forgot but there's another name I don't know.
Laverne Mohammed. Hello. Welcome.
We have another new person. This is awesome.
Another first timer. Oh my gosh.
How exciting. Don't miss
Elle is here for the first time.
They're all here for you, Natalie. I'm pretty sure.
My fan base.
Stephen Bachelor. Hey. So that Steve Bachelor is named for our common ancestor, Stephen Bachelor.
Cool.
Very cool.
So
Fun. Okay, let's do a little bit of a recap, and then we'll get to the what part you're all here for, which is Natalie.
Oh, and by the way, happy Canada Day.
Yes, I know that earlier. I forgot.
That's why Mags isn't here, because it's Canada Day.
That makes sense.
Is she out watching fireworks, or do they do that in Canada? Fireworks?
I don't know.
I don't know how you celebrate Canada Day.
Probably not this year.
Yeah, not this year. They're even doing the Boston ones on TV or something.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's not stopping Florida from doing fireworks. All of the booths are sold out from fireworks. There's going to be fireworks all over the place.
I can hardly wait to do the Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
We all go to Tim Hortons.
I love Tim Hortons. I love Timbits.
Tim Hortons is good.
Oh, squirrel issues? Danita needs help with her squirrel. Oh, I guess hoarding? Maybe?
Or like, oh, shiny. Yeah, squirrel issue.
Or is it like
squirrel? Okay, I get it. Squirrel. Okay, I get it. I was thinking of the wrong term.
I know.
Laverne is from Canada. They do fireworks.
Thank you for informing us. Oh, Natalie, Your dog is making my dog bark.
Who can bark
All right,
louder?
It's all right. Come here.
Karen's from Scotland.
Cool.
And then Elle is also from. Who are you, Elle?
Do we know you? Timmy's is the place to go for coffee and tidbits. Okay, so let's recap some of the things we talked about or we did in June. We sort of talked about it last month, but since it rolled out June 1st, we'll talk about it again. Oh, we have to look at Nat's dog first.
I mean, why are we here, really?
Dogs. I love dogs.
Lorraine Nagel.
Adorable.
Oh, he's so cute.
Hi, Lorraine. He's so cute. He's so sweet and
He
quiet.
deserves all the pets. All the pets.
What's down? Not a lot down.
I have to go talk to Joey for a minute. You guys carry on without me.
We'll carry on.
Okay.
So one of the new things that happened last month was the genealogist section that was added to the topic profiles. If you haven't looked at that yet, you should. It's just a place where you can add some communication settings and tell people how you want to be communicated with and who you want to talk to and where you have your trees at. And you can even write a little blurb about yourself or do something creative. Or you can totally hide it. That's okay too. You can do all those things. But it's cool.
Do you.
You do you. Whatever works for you. We don't do it. Well, good. Yeah, Sarah's is the best though, so everyone should go look at her profile. And then
I don't know.
comment.
You have an image on yours.
I do. I have a WikiTree Forest elf. It's an image that Abby made for me like 108 years ago.
Yeah, they're really old. Don't let their looks deceive you. They've been around for a while.
Back in the 1880s.
Abby and Eowyn were roaming the earth as elves.
Elves. We did. Squee Rainwater. I should know who you are, but I have forgotten.
Olas.
I know you've been here before. So yeah, genealogy section. Everybody go look at Julie's.
The genealogy.
You're looking at mine?
I don't know. Are we?
I told everyone to go look at yours. I said you had the best one ever, and everyone should go look at yours. And then comment on your profile about it. So another new thing is we introduced a new tag, proposals, and that is for, we have an actual process for developing new rules. It's a good process, but part of it is presenting a proposal in the G2G forum so that other people can comment on your idea or suggestion. And so we started tagging all those officially as proposals so that we can find them and track them and make sure that they are moving along or that people know what to do to help them move along or that they're just noted for future reference, depending on what they are. Or get moved over to the tech side if that's something that they can fix. So proposals tag, new official tag. Yay.
And Squee is Saffron.
That's right. I remember that now.
I remember Saffron. Welcome back.
They're gonna be the Connectathon. She said she's gonna be coming back to the Connectathon.
Excellent. On the Mighty Oaks of England team?
No, nobody wants to join the tree nuts.
What? 3 out of the 4 of us are tree nuts. How did you even say that?
I'm not a tree nut.
I said 3 out of the 4 of us.
3 of us are.
But my
Hi,
willpower
June.
is so strong it just takes over the whole. I'm just kidding. I love the tree nuts
Oh,
And
Mindy
we love the
says,
cornbread catchers.
because we're
Mindy
corny.
and we're nutty. Let's say we're a good pair. Oh, there's a guest.
Oh, there's one.
So Mindy said our greeters are very pleased about how much easier it is for guests to join now. Yeah, because that was the other half
That's
of the
good.
change. Like we added that section, but at the same time, we made it much easier for guests to become members of the site, which has been going super great.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that's working out.
Yeah, really good. Like definitely an increase in people who go from guest to family member instead of just hanging out. In fact, I think the last stats I saw, it almost doubled.
Oh, really? Wow.
Which
That's
is
cool.
awesome. It's very good. Another thing that happened in June, you might have noticed on your profile where it said the date that you joined WikiTree, but it doesn't have that anymore. Now it has the date that you signed the honor code if you're a wiki genealogist. So you might notice a little bit of difference there, but it says signed on, and that means the day you signed the honor code. So it's when you formally and officially became a wiki genealogist, which is very exciting.
Hi, Joe Bennett. Didn't see you earlier, and we have Marion Halliday
From Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Mindy says the guests seem happier, and then the greeters get to focus on other WikiTree help.
Fabulous.
Chris became a wiki genealogist 3 years ago, almost to the day. So yeah, that's the signed in thing. And then if you haven't seen it yet, there's a new proposal in G2G about discussion rules being added to G2G. So it's important to the community because we're all about collaboration and friendliness and courtesy. So I would encourage everyone to go and read the post that Chris made, and then go and read the actual help page that explains all of the proposed rules, and then comment and tell us what you think about it. Nicely. Please.
Please.
Hello, Joe.
Joe Stennett. Where are you from, Joe?
I remember Joe's name. I've seen Joe's name in here before, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Or perhaps,
Hi,
I don't know.
Azure.
Azure.
Hi, Azure.
I've been doing Connect-a-thon registrations, and so everybody's name looks familiar.
Everyone is familiar. Like, I know you. I just know your name. That's really all I have for the recap.
Do I have the... I do have Connect-a-thon. Man, the Connect-a-thon is like right around the corner.
Yes, let's talk about
Yeah.
the Connect-a-thon because we should. So it is July 17th through the 20th. It's one of our 72-hour marathons. This one is about not, people get confused sometimes, it's not about actually making the connections. It's about adding profiles so there's more people on the tree so that more connections are just kind of naturally made. So it's about adding profiles.
Yeah, so there's confusion. Some of my teammates were asking. So as long as you are connecting to a profile already on WikiTree, doesn't matter if it's connected to the tree or not, it'll count as a point.
That's correct.
So if you create a brand new profile, it won't count, but it's that little, the contribution that says you added a father, blah, blah, blah to this.
Father, mother, sibling.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a question that came up last year. What if you create a profile that doesn't have any connections and then you connect to that? Does that count?
It would, because it would recognize you added a father to.
Yeah.
So.
Just that
And
original profile.
Okay. I'm embarrassed to say that the reason I recognize Joe's name is because he's a tree nut.
What a shame. What a shame.
My head's spinning a little today, so.
Yeah, I had a lot of things that I didn't get to connect last year that I hope I can connect this year. But I always make such big hopes for myself, and then...
Yeah.
Fall down that rabbit hole and we can't get you back.
Yeah, or I just so tired because of all the live casts, and then
Yeah. Agreed.
so
I have a cemetery that I've been working on that's just down the road here, and so I've got somebody put together a whole book of all of the burials in there, and I'm going to be working on that, I think.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
What about you, Natalie? What are you going to work on?
I don't know yet. I haven't started to plan. Probably my family, that I have scattered branches and add some more children and things like that to them.
Yeah, it's always a good place to start.
yeah, starting on your own watch list.
Yeah.
Own family. I have so many on my own family that I need to add that I'm not even going to think about anything else.
Yeah, me too.
So brand new profiles don't count, but if you connect a profile to that new profile, it will count. That makes sense.
And
Technically, that's a little loophole, but it does still
it is
count.
a bit of a loophole.
Well, kind of, though.
Not really.
You're adding a whole new family then, and
Yeah,
that
adding
should
a new branch.
be easier to
And then
connect
maybe
that.
eventually you'll connect up to so not really a loophole, but yeah. Where are you, Natalie?
Right here. I'm in Massachusetts.
Great answer.
I'm in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Why did I always forget
Here I
that?
am.
Right here in front of my plates.
So is it time for Cats with Nat?
Cats with Nat.
Cat with Nat. Cats with Nats. Cats. Okay, that was a theme song I just created.
So maybe first, Natalie, you can just explain, like, in the context of WikiTree, what a category is and, like, why they're there.
Categories are there to group profiles, person profiles, and pages. That is their whole purpose. So that people can do genealogy research or other kinds of research that supports their genealogy research. So they're there to make this, they're simply groupings. That's all they are. They're not free space pages. In show. No, so what she's talking about is there are category pages for the categories, and sometimes people want to put all the information about the category on the category page. That's not what we do. You want to put that on a free space page that you can link from the category page.
That's right.
Not put it all on the category page.
Right.
Category pages should be simple because we don't want to take away from the categories because
Right. I want to see what's down there, linked, and who all.
You don't have to scroll and scroll and.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
So we have been slowly, because in the beginning of WikiTree, it was done that way. There were a lot of categories with a lot of information on them. And I don't blame people for that. I'm not mad about it, but sometimes people get upset when I want to change it. So I tread very lightly.
Which is good. That's the thing about WikiTree. It's just literally, it's like a tree. It's an ever evolving.
A beautiful
thing. So,
growing.
What worked 7 years ago may not work now, and that's okay. We just have to adapt and change with it.
Right. And if we change something and it doesn't work, then we look at a different solution.
Karen,
try again.
Karen, how did we lose you? Where did we lose you? Tell us. We'll help.
It's the cats with gnats. That's confusing. My flash.
Karen, do you use categories or do you not? Because some people are afraid of them, and that you should never be afraid of them.
Don't be afraid of categories.
They are confusing to start out. I mean, if you're not familiar with the concept in a wiki of like that, it's confusing when you first learn. But what I've noticed is that as soon as people, like as soon as it clicks with them, they're like, oh my gosh, that makes
Right.
Yeah, they get it.
You want to, Natalie, you want to just, I mean, we talked about, go back, they're not free space pages and how they're a collection of profiles, but do you want to like kind of give a idea of how they're structured?
Well, we have a top level at the top of categories, and right now there are 24 categories in there. Those are the main big, everything else falls under those umbrellas. And then it just trickles down. So each one branches out, and that's the way the structure works. But when you start going through it, you go, why is this here? Why is this under this? It's a little daunting. But we do have WikiTree Plus, where if you're searching for something, you can put in your little terms and find out where it is in the structure, because it is vast. There's a lot of categories.
Sarah,
Yes.
Karen
since it
doesn't know
seems to be the easiest for you to share a screen, can you go to
Oh,
profile
yeah, I
that
can,
has
yeah.
categories?
Yeah, hold on just one moment.
Awesome, that would be great.
I was going to say, Karen, if you know how to find a project on WikiTree, just go to the Find menu and then look for projects. If you go to that page and look for the category project, you'll find Natalie and Stephen and Isabel.
And Isabel.
And any of those people can help you understand, or they can have one of their project members help you understand what the projects are and how to use them.
Okay, so this that she put up is the top level categories, and there are 24, and we actually have a list of what's in there, and it doesn't change unless it gets talked about in G2G. So you shouldn't try to add things there if you haven't checked it out or been to G2G with it. But that's the top level.
So Saffron asks, where are categories listed? And it's not all clear from the front page where to find them. Those are also on the Find menu. You can click Find and then Categories.
Right.
And then if you want to look for a specific category,
There you go.
search. I don't know if that actually, I don't know.
And then on Profile, sorry, I'm going to just interject one more thing. If you'll see them on a profile, of course, in case you're not familiar with seeing that. There'll be a little button underneath the tabs at the top that says categories, if there are any present on the profile, and it'll pop you down.
We can have Sarah show that in a sec, what it looks like on the profile.
That was, yeah. Can we show that now, or?
Sure.
Maybe go into one of those categories that has more categories so people can kind of see.
So let's see.
Natalie, what's a good one?
Military has a lot.
Oh, yeah. So under military, you will have the listing of all the countries in the world and their armed forces. There's also the Roll of Honor in there and a bunch of other things, but it's mainly the countries. And then when you go into one of the countries, it's broken down by their individual armed forces, navies, armies, etc. So military is one of the largest structures in the country. Did I hear a guy?
So while we're waiting for Sarah.
Oh, it's at her desk. It's at her desk.
Awesome.
Karen says, I found my way to these before, but have no idea what they are for.
They group profiles and, well, they group individual person profiles and free space pages. They're actually profiles, free space pages are, but everybody calls them pages, but they're actually profiles. So they group something in common, and that's how they're grouped.
An example might be a cemetery. Everybody that's buried in one cemetery is categorized under one cemetery category.
Yeah,
Right.
What would be a good profile? How about we go to like, who would be a good profile to look at that would have a bunch of different kinds of categories on it?
How about our current profile of the week?
Yeah, that
How
has
about we go to our current profile of the week?
Molly picture. She has some.
She has a few.
So when you add a category to a profile, it puts it down on the bottom of a profile like you can see on the screen here.
Yeah, so you have a little bloop.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't read it from here, but Sarah, if you want to pick one of the categories and click on it so they can see what that takes them to.
So I clicked the Battle of Monmouth, which she was a
That
heroine for.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
So
it.
basically you're adding a category to your profile so that that profile gets grouped together with all the other profiles that have that category. So then when you click on that category, it takes you to that and you can see all the other profiles that were there.
Sometimes if it's like a location category, it's a good way to find like related families that you're familiar with.
For a one-place study. That's really good for a one.
We also have, I think Julie mentioned cemetery categories. So we have a whole project that works on cemeteries and getting people grouped into their cemeteries. That's another way that people are using them.
Yeah, she's got one. Old Graveyard, Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah. We have all the people in that cemetery.
Can you go to the top? Now this is the category info box that's at the top of the page. It makes the category page have a consistency, and we're trying to add those to all the cemeteries. Locations also have them. Well, there are a couple of other projects that use the category info box, and we're trying to get it put in more places, but it's taking a long time to do the locations.
Yeah. I add them whenever.
They look great though.
They do. It makes it
great
consistent.
Everything you need to know in one spot.
Yep. You can get to, well, you'll have the parent categories. If there's a web page that it links to, or the space, if there's a free space page, that also can get a parameter here. And if in a location, it will often have a previous name for the place and also a successive name if there's if it's been renamed several times. So they're handy information.
Very cool.
That's not a category info box. That's called a geographic location.
I was trying to find one of those.
Go to Owen County, Indiana. I think I put one on there.
Indiana.
I'm not gonna start singing.
Oh, there's one.
There's one right there on Indiana.
Yeah.
And it's got a previous and next. Well, not
That's
next.
cool.
It has previous.
Previous Indiana territory. Look at that. But doesn't have the same. I guess Indiana territory needs to put it there.
We didn't get one on there.
Owen County. Look, there you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Even has a flag.
Yay.
Cool. So, Sarah?
Yes.
Will you go to a profile, maybe yours or like your great grandma's or something, and show how to add a category?
Okay, let's look at my profile really quick and look at my beautiful thing.
Your genealogy section.
We'll look at my great grandfather. And let me tell you, when they added this category thing, how long has this been? 1 or 2 years when they added this?
No, 2 years. It's been 2 years, hasn't it?
Yep.
Year and a half.
So this little category. Yeah, you go to edit.
Edit a profile.
And then this little categories finder, which is like the best thing in the whole wide world. I don't know what other category I can add him to.
Just make it up and you can take it off.
Activists and reformers.
And maybe he was in the American Revolution. I don't know.
Oh, there'll be a lot of 20 will come up. Just 20.
Just 20.
Right.
20.
Natalie, you got all these numbers memorized.
If you look, if you don't see what you're looking for the first time, try a few different words. So
Yeah, you have to be. Sometimes you have to be specific. Like if there's going to be a lot of, like if, like if I obviously you can't add him to the main Virginia
no.
Category.
But that'll open all the categories with Virginia.
It will not let you
Yeah.
find the top level categories, ones that have that designated on them. It won't. Those won't show in the category picker tool or whatever we call it. We have a million names for it.
I did.
And
Thank you.
that is good to know, so people can't accidentally add. So that's how
Right.
you search a category. It makes it really easy. Like if you don't want to go through the process of trying to narrow it down through the finding the categories, just go to the profile, edit it, and start typing different stuff that might be related. So yeah, he never moved anywhere, so it's kind of not very He was an oyster man. Is that? He was an oysterman. Let's go put that one.
You can
Go
have
ahead
him
and
go
put that.
visit my great grandpa in Owen County, Indiana.
Category. Okay.
Joe makes a good point.
What did he say?
So the category statement or tag should be directly above the biography section. Of
Not under or
Now we go above
anywhere
the
else.
heading.
Yeah,
And using this, we'll put it at the top
It will.
too. So
Look,
So
you
yeah,
got a new
there-
category on
and
it
then-
now.
I've added a new category. Yay! He was an
Yay,
oysterman.
Megan.
Let's see who else was oysterman. Only 15 profiles.
Wow.
And look, these are both of my ancestors. These two.
Well, maybe people don't know that oysterman's in there, so they don't even.
Yeah.
Oysterman's probably not a common. I don't know.
Sarah,
Yes,
do you like oysters?
I do actually like oysters. So maybe because my family did.
They were oyster people.
Yeah. So
What category did you create, Chris?
Natalie put it in the right spot.
So, maybe
I do that. Well, the three of us do it almost every day in the morning. We'll go at the bottom. Can you scroll to all the way down to your leader things?
oh, you want me to scroll down to the leader things? Okay.
Just right there where it says wanted cats. Can you click that? Next line, right there. Click it.
I did. It's loading.
It's loading. It's slow. That's why.
Yeah.
It's slow.
So
When you add a category to your profile and it wasn't already in the list, it comes up as a red link. And then right now there's only one. In the morning when I look, there's usually quite a few until Isabel started working on them before I wake up. But now she's attacking some of them. So I go through and find your parent categories for all these red categories. And when I started working on categories in 2016, that list, there's only one there now. There were over 2,000 red categories.
Wow.
So
wow.
a couple of us got them all the way down to 0, but it took a while.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing.
So isn't there a form where you can request a category to? I don't ever do that. I'm going to fess up because I'm used to using them the old way. So.
Just go to help category usage. Oh,
There's
there
also
it is.
here
Right
too.
there. Yeah. You got it right there. Request. I forgot it was on the page. And that's the category request form. There is cool category.
No, I'm just kidding. They won't let me make that category.
I
So
mean, if you spell it correctly and use the right title case, you can have it. I mean,
oh really? Maybe I'll have
it'll be a personal category though.
Yeah.
uh
So that's, you fill in the name of the proposed category, and then you give a WikiTree ID of a profile that would belong in it. Now, people think that means we're going to go to that profile and add the category. Sometimes we do, but it's just there so that we can look at the profile and say, oh, okay, I get the context of this and understand what they want. And then when we can create the category because we know where it goes in the structure. So sometimes we will add it to that profile and other times we won't, depends on how busy we are. So, but you'll get an email that says, you know, we created the category, it's ready for you to use on your profile.
That was a cool addition. I think a lot of people are afraid to create categories, and that just makes it a lot easier.
Yep, and it's cut down on a lot of the requests that we used to miss that were in G2G.
Yeah.
They would sit there and then I'd see it a week later and say, oh, somebody asked for a category. Sorry.
Kelly Burns asked if we do this for adding a cemetery, and I believe you can do it for
any category.
Any category.
If it's something brand new that's not even in a structure yet, we'll have to look it over, and it might need a proposal if you're going to do a whole bunch of them. But usually people just ask for one thing. You know, a cemetery is common.
Yeah.
And Steve asks, where does the category show up on the page? Just added a category to a profile. I don't see it. So Steve, look up at the top of your profile and you should see a little categories button right underneath the tabs. If you click that, it'll pop you down to the bottom of the profile, which is where the category box is.
So, Natalie, are there like some good category practices and some bad category practices? Like, I know it was sort of touched on a few minutes ago about not adding categories or not adding profiles to top level categories. Are there other things like that that people should or shouldn't do?
Well, if you go to the help page and look at how you name them, there are characters that people will throw in category name that can't work with the system. So like a slash, an ampersand, things like that can't work in a category name. So if people create them, we change it so that it would be a good thing for you to read before you start creating how you name categories. That's in the help page.
Cool.
And I believe it's called category name creation or something like that. There's a couple of help pages for categories. If you scroll to the bottom, I think that's the list of the different help pages.
There's something else I was thinking of. Now I can't remember what it was.
There it is. Category creation or removal, I think, has the rules. Also, a lot of people like to put a lot of images on the category page. And it says in the help that you can use a small photo. So that means not 1000 px. Smaller. Maybe 200. So that you can see what's grouped. If you make the image huge, then you can't see the listing.
We want to focus on the categories. That's why they're there.
I'm trying to find one with an image on it.
Oh, I can't even think of one right now. I don't know. Some of the cemeteries have them, but it would be.
That's what I thought. Maybe the cemetery would have it, but it didn't. Let's go look at a cemetery really quick.
It's going to be hard.
There was one just on that page.
There was?
That was the global cemeteries image.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still, it's an image and it's the right size.
Yeah, that's true. Nope, not there.
Yep.
There it is. That's about the right size for images to be on a category page. Not huge.
Yep. Basically, we just want to know what the category is.
So yeah, you can put a little picture of the cemetery, or maybe a flag, or I don't know, the map,
Yep. A small
small
map.
little. So.
All of that works.
Some
Mhm.
of the information boxes have a parameter for the picture file,
We do.
which the picture needs to be loaded to WikiTree, so
Right.
you have to have it.
Space page or something. And then you can just use it over and over and over if you need to.
Mhm.
So yeah, don't be afraid of categories. It's a really cool tool for genealogy research.
It
You
is.
call them and categorize. I feel like I can make a thing for every one of those.
Yeah, make it fitting.
I love categories. I love them.
I obviously do.
Yeah, they were one of my favorite. They were one of my favorite discoveries when I first came to WikiTree with categories.
Does anybody have any questions?
My head's being cut off.
Yeah, so
Should
if
we
you have
check it out?
category questions, ask them. Right now, I'm going to ask Natalie to talk about the actual categorization project and what it does and how to join and all that fun stuff.
Okay. We maintain the category structure. And we also help projects plan structures that they might need, or change the ones that they already have if they're going to change things around. Like I think Germany might change a few things that they've got already, especially naming locations. But that's what we do, and we correct errors. We also have a DBE suggestion list, which is huge. But so we work as like the data doctors of categories. So we spend a lot of time fixing things. We have maintenance teams. We have liaisons with different projects, and we have team leaders for our maintenance teams.
And your guys' project page is very cool.
Thanks. That's because Steve did it.
Yeah.
It's very organized
Photos to get that one.
categories.
So if you want to join, you can go to this project page and it'll have the join link.
Yep.
Ta-da!
It will take you to the G2G where Margaret Haining, lovely lady, will help you write out. What?
Yeah, so yeah, answer. You prefer answers on the post,
Yes.
Natalie? Okay.
So Margaret will get a notification that somebody answered the post. We are working closely with Italy. We are.
Stephen is.
That's news. I didn't know that.
I think it's mostly Stephen because we've sort of been trying to help the Italy project
that's
get
right.
traction.
Right. Under global.
Under
Yeah.
global.
Mhm. I know I've been working on the This Day in History categories personally.
Very slowly, but surely you are.
Slowly, which there's 365 days of them. So
I know. They're looking better. Much better.
Oh, I need to go look at those.
For new people.
Look. I think I've done some of July and some of January, and they're like random days that I've picked that I've done.
Mindy said she's happy you guys are so patient and helpful. And I gotta say, so Stephen, Natalie, and Isabel now, because she just joined their leadership, they are troopers, man. Categories can be a tricky subject to bring up and to try and structurize and to try and keep everybody on the same page. And those three do a phenomenal job.
Agreed.
All together, and I'll just straight up say it, they take a lot of smack from people over categories, but they are tough cookies, and they've done amazing work for categories. Which is why I have said that none of them can ever quit leading that project.
It has become such a
Abby won't want it back.
No, but they're awesome, seriously. And it's just a fun project. Like, and you get to learn like cool stuff. Like you get to learn about different countries and their structures and different like
I've learned a lot.
it's really cool. It's a cool project. It's a lot of fun. I'm not really in it sort of. But you get to learn a lot of different things and there's people in it from all over the world. It's probably our most like global project.
One of them.
With people from all around the
Yeah.
world.
Probably cemeteries and categories probably would be the most diverse whatchamacallit project.
The only other thing I can think of is maybe you can explain like the process a category structure goes through to become a formalized process or a formalized structure. Just so people can understand, like, you know, if there's, you know, like, okay, Wales is like, here's our structure. Like, where does that come from? Like, how does that?
Well, if there's a project that needs a structure and they can talk to us about what it is they're looking for, if it's just locations or if it's locations and things to support that, or they can make a free space page of what they're looking for. And then we do what's called a map, and where we lay out what belongs where. And then we also go to G2G with it, and people discuss whether they think this is good or if it's going to work for the project, or people can make comments, and it stays up for like, I think it's 2 weeks. And then if there's any changes, they come back to us and we work with that. And then we go back to G2G and say, this is our final proposal for this. What do you think? And usually it's thumbs up and okay, we'll go ahead. Later on, sometimes we do find we made some mistakes and evaluating what was going on, and we have to make some changes. But it worked really well since we started doing that procedure. And we had no problems. We had the Mauritius, if I'm not saying that right, and Zimbabwe and Rhodesia. We did all theirs. And sometimes they wanted to jump right into doing like cemeteries. I say, no, you have to start with the locations, get that built up so that you can put the cemeteries in a location and your schools and all your other things. So if it's a country, we start with locations. But if it's like a topical thing, then we have to figure out what's going to work best. Yeah,
it's really cool. It's a really good process, I think, and I think it kind of slows down the creation some, so that it's not just like chaos of categories.
Right. It's not a rush job.
Time to
we did this or we didn't do that.
For sure.
Thanks, Mindy.
Oh, mining disasters. Yeah, that was a good category one.
Hello, Stephen Losey.
So, Natalie.
Night, Karen.
I used to use personal categories quite a bit. I still do a little. Do you guys promote the use of those, or would you prefer not?
Sure. And a lot of times the category request forms that we get, the categories people want, it doesn't really work well for all of WikiTree. So we recommend that they make a personal category out of that so that they can use it for their own purposes. And we
do you want
to
explain what that is?
A personal category? It's based on your WikiTree ID. So my personal category is Durban 702. That's the base one. And then any category I want to create a name for, say I want to group all my grandparents and great grandparents together, I can just call it Durban 702 grandparents. And then that's my personal category. And then its parent category is Durban 702. So it's always your Wiki ID is always your parent or your main personal category. You don't even need subcategories if you don't want to. You can just use your own and use it for whatever you need it for. Make tables. We don't generally do database error corrections on it.
Right.
But it's in the list, and sometimes people correct things on other people's personal categories, and that's not a good thing to do. But
I've been using them for, I was doing genealogy for some other people. I use a tag, a category tag on their family profiles so that I can group them all together by whoever I'm working with.
Right.
And then that way I don't have to have all those on my watch list. So.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's good. That's a good idea. That's a good use for it.
Very cool.
That's what-
I like that actually, because I end up doing a lot of stuff for other people or just whatever.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
It's a good idea. That's why Natalie was going to let me make the Sarah is cool category, because I just put it under personal category.
Julie and I talked about this a while ago, is that we could also be a matchmaking service, because that does help further genealogy down the tree, because we can have categories like men seeking men, men seeking women, women seeking, we can have it in categories. So you can put it on your profile, you can go look at the other categories.
Right.
See if you want somebody local or, not local.
Like, go find someone in Germany.
And we'll make sure you're not too closely connected to.
Check your relationship finder, make sure they're not your cousin.
It's not going to work.
Sorry.
Somebody made, this was years ago, somebody made a chocolate category.
Yeah.
So if you need chocolate, you can add yourself to that category. And
Yeah.
We should make a pie category.
Oh, yeah.
Mindy and her pies.
There are categories of recipes that people have put up. Family
Really?
recipes. Yeah.
That's a good. I didn't get in on that category then.
We
There's
need
not
to.
a lot in it, but there are some things.
Well, that's interesting.
Harmony.
Or.
I feel like we covered categories well.
Really in depth.
Anybody have any questions?
And so if you like grouping things together, join the categorization project.
If your sock drawer is sorted by color,
Join the categorization
project.
And by length, and by use, and by a country of origin.
If you ever worked in a library.
Oh, good one, Bobby. Madison, or Bobby,
wine.
category wine. Underneath, we have different kinds.
Yes. Merlot and
Pinot Gris.
Sage Langhorn. Sonic the Hedgehog fans, please no.
Chris.
Do you know why he said that?
Yeah, I know.
Natalie, do you know why he said that?
Personal category.
Is because my husband
Let's
proposed.
put in Game of Thrones. Yeah. There is one for it's not Dick Van Dyke Show. It's Star Trek, and there's a Star Wars one, and a few other TV shows like that.
And categories.
Yeah. Who do you think you are has one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
But please don't make profiles for the characters, just the actors.
The actors, yes.
Just the
real
actors.
people, not fictional characters or sim characters or anything like
Please
that.
no. Oh my gosh, we just had to delete that whole Sims. There was a ton of Sims ones. I've had to delete Harry Potter ones, Lord of the Rings ones. I've had to delete. Someone made like the entire family of Kris Kringle and the Snowman. I don't even know how you do that, but they did.
We had some doozies. We had some extraterrestrial ones too, if I recall correctly.
There's actually a ghost category.
Yes, there is. It's about
Aowen has a ghost in her family, don't you, Aowen?
Yeah, we talked about this the other stream ago.
Yep, document a ghost.
Very cool.
Explains a lot about my dad's side of the family.
You got questions? We're waiting.
I needed to plug in my laptop, so I moved. I was about to die.
So he's not going to be in. You're not going to see his profile. Chris Froley. I can't pronounce your name.
Aurelielio.
We call him Chris F.
Chris F. He's a living, so you're not going to see his profile.
No, you're not.
Michael Dorn. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Any shape-shifting lizards?
7 of them.
We're all in G2G in the post about the proposal. I'm probably in trouble now.
Put that in a
Natalie
personal
never got to come
category.
back to another live cast again. Just kidding. That was fun.
Just kidding, JK.
Jake. So yeah, categories are great. Let me summarize. Categories are great. Don't be scared. Use them.
Ask me questions if you,
Ask your questions.
email or PM if you have a problem. Just either any of us, Stephen, Isabel, or myself.
They're all very nice. Very
Yes.
helpful.
Shoot us an
And
email.
You'll get a bombardment of emails now, Natalie, I'm sure.
Probably.
And if you like the categories, join the project because they can use the help.
I wish I could join. I can't. I don't have time.
I know, you have a lot to go.
I would love to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are not doing a live cast this Saturday because it's the 4th of July for those of us that are here in the States.
Yeah.
And we have like 4th of July breakfasts and stuff like that. So we will not be here Saturday.
But if you get bored, send me a message. I will.
Sarah will personally sign on and entertain you.
If you get really bored, I'll be like, okay, guys, hey.
She's going to set up a Discord video chat just for people who need to talk to her.
You know what? I'm gonna do fireworks, and then I'll live cast it for everybody. No promises,
awesome.
no promises.
Right now we're getting. Can a subcategory have more than one category? Meaning, like a category above it? Can one category be categorized in more than one top level category? Is that what you're asking, Deborah?
I feel like the answer is yes.
You mean more than one parent category? Yes. It can have many. Live cast.
I think we've done that. Maybe I wasn't supposed to, but I think I've done that with a couple of cemeteries that are actually confusing because they might be in 2 different townships or something like that.
Yeah, it helps to do that because then they're easier to find. So it's not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, so then we don't get duplicate categories.
Right. Which we're
like Deborah says, ghosts are both a who and a where. Yeah.
All right. I think we're good for tonight.
I think so. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you. Everybody was nice.
And thank you for everybody new who came on to watch the live cast. It's so exciting to have new people. See the craziness that is us.
All right.
So we'll see you in a week because we're not doing a Saturday one. And until next time, happy Canada Day, happy 4th of July, and happy whatever other holiday there might be.